A lot of people think language learning is just about being talented or finding the perfect app. But honestly, most people fail because they learn languages in the most ineffective ways possible. They spend months memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules, avoiding mistakes, and constantly switching methods, then wonder why they still can't hold a conversation. And the worst part is, some of these methods feel productive when they are actually slowing you down. Today, I'm going to show you the language learning mistakes that keep 90% of people stuck at beginner level forever. There's no ready. Ready doesn't come. People spend weeks preparing to study. They search for the best apps, buy the perfect notebook, watch videos about language learning methods, and end up spending more time searching for the best method instead of learning things. You don't need the right setup. You don't need to finish the beginner course first. You don't need to feel confident. You need to start bad and get less bad over time. That's literally the whole process. The moment you start is the moment you begin getting better. Every day you wait is just a day you stay the same. Pick one thing right now. A textbook, a video, or even a word, a sentence. Start there, start ugly, just start. Sure, you can remember 1,000 words, but if you can use them in a sentence, what's the point? Pure rote memorization without context is one of the least efficient things you can do. Instead of memorizing rant, learn I like to run in the morning. Learn words in sentences. Learn them in stories. Learn them in conversations. Even learn them in songs. Honestly, I pick up lots of vocabulary naturally from songs rather than from textbooks or apps. Trying to master every grammar rule before saying a single sentence. Grammar books have their place, but you don't become fluent by memorizing charts. You become fluent by feeling what sounds right. Grammar is important, but it's not a prison. You learn grammar faster after you start speaking. Thinking that watching movies or listening to music will magically make you fluent. It doesn't. Input is great, but passive listening alone won't force your brain to produce the language. To actually improve, you need active engagement. Pause and repeat dialogue. Imitate pronunciation. Write down phrases you hear. Speak them out loud like shadowing. You'll sound crazy, but fluent crazy. Jamming straight into native content as a beginner feels like the right move. But throwing yourself into a native TV show on day one is like trying to learn to swim in the ocean. When you understand nothing, you absorb nothing. It just became noise. Build a base first. That's why building a small foundation first helps so much. Learn some common words, basic sentence structures, and pronunciation first, just enough to start recognizing things when you hear them. Then slowly add native content into your routine. You don't need to understand everything. Even understanding 20 to 30% is enough to learn. The goal is comprehensible input. Content that's slightly above your level, not completely impossible to follow. A lot of people put off speaking because they haven't found a language partner yet. No tutor book, no native friend nearby. So they wait. Don't wait. Talk to yourself. Narrate your morning. Describe what you are cooking. Argue with yourself in the mirror. It sounds ridiculous, but it works. Your mouth needs physical reps to form sounds that don't exist in your native language. Shadow audiobooks, repeat lines from shows out loud, record yourself or speaking credits, all free or solo. This is probably one of the biggest mistakes. Someone online studies 5 hours a day, someone else speaks perfectly after 1 year, and suddenly you feel behind. But everyone has different schedules, environments, goals, and learning styles. Focus on your progress. Even small improvements count. Motivation gets you started. It's a terrible thing to depend on. You'll feel it in the first week. At the beginning, everything feels exciting. You buy new notebooks, download apps, watch productivity videos, and tell yourself, this time I'm going to be consistent. But after a few weeks, life gets busy, progress starts feeling slow, and suddenly you realize you haven't studied in 11 days. I've also seen people start learning a language just because everyone around them was doing it, or because they like the idea of saying, I speak 5 languages. But when the excitement disappears and the process becomes repetitive, they lose interest after 1 or 2 months. That's why you need your own reason for learning. Maybe you want to connect with people, understand songs or movies without subtitles, travel more comfortably, study abroad, or simply enjoy the language itself. Your reason doesn't have to sound impressive. It just has to matter to you. And set small goals, not become fluent this year. That's too big to feel weird on a Tuesday morning. Instead, learn 10 words this week. Have one 2-minute conversation by Friday. Small targets give your brain a reason to keep going. That has nothing to do with motivation. Stop waiting to feel inspired. Set a small goal, open a book, and go. Get one textbook, build a foundation, then listen, shadow, repeat, and output. Record yourself speaking. Write messy sentences. Talk to your mirror. That's the whole system. The people who get good the fastest are almost always the ones doing the simplest things consistently. At the end of the day, language learning doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need the best accent, the best notes, or the fastest progress. You need to keep going, make mistakes, stay curious, and enjoy the process a little more. And if you've made any of these mistakes before, don't worry, you're definitely not alone. If this helped, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more language learning content. See you in my next video.